obviously, we got the Summer Olympics this summer in Paris. Obviously, basketball is a big part of it. And the USA just released their 12-man, actually 13-man now. They gave it the final guy already. The roster for this summer. Obviously, things will change due to injuries, and if teams make runs to the championships, they could be exhausted, stuff like that. But we'll just kind of run through the list we have here. So, the full 13-man team, we got Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and the 19-year-old man himself, Jason Tatum.
No, wow. I'm so excited for the Olympics this year.
It's going to be good, especially now that, Europeans and internationals and
Yes.
generals have just made more of a presence in the NBA. Like, it's not just a guaranteed gold
Oh,
anymore.
no. We saw that, what did we see,
We saw it
last year?
Well,
that was
the World Cup's differently. 'cause
I know.
That
the
was
US
the
team's
FIBA
not
World
But
Cup.
still, you still expect
Yeah.
the U.S. to win,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Not anymore.
You got some good teams like coming in, like obviously with Canada, with what they have, with SGA, Jamal Murray,
Yeah.
all those guys. France now with Wemby and Rudy Gobert as a starting front court is
Scary.
ridiculous.
Scary.
Australia, obviously, we know
Yeah.
no Ben Simmons, but we know Patty Mills always shows up when
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
when he has to. And then obviously, Giannis with Greece, Jokic with Serbia, Luka with Slovenia.
yeah.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Be competitive. Very competitive.
Spain's in there, right?
Spain's always going to be in there. Same
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might even watch games. Like, I used to only watch the USA games and whoever they played.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch, the other
Oh.
games now.
Oh, we definitely should.
Absolutely.
Because it's
we're-
gonna be
we'll
really-
definitely cover
Yeah.
during the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like we kind of have to.
Yeah, of course.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, I think this team I think they got the majority of picks correct. I have some snubs. I think some guys that should have made it over.
Okay.
It's kind of hard, but I definitely think they should have found a way to fit Paolo Banchero in there.
Isn't he?
He played at the World Cup with USA,
Oh.
Yeah.
so he could have.
I think they should have found a way to put Paolo in there. I think he is definitely deserving. I had
Over who?
Well, I mean, there's going to be guys like
getting injured.
getting injured and
Okay.
Yeah.
stuff.
Like if MB goes down, I think Paolo's a replacement for MB.
Okay.
Or
Well, they'll need a center. He's not.
yeah. I mean,
Now, who's a guy that you would take out for one of the guys that got snubbed?
If fully healthy,
if
Yes,
I
if
am
fully healthy.
I am taking out 100%. I am replacing Jalen Brunson with Tyrese Halliburton.
I agree with you.
I disagree.
Really?
Completely.
No.
Why?
I
No.
disagree completely.
Okay, wait. Actually,
No.
let me hear your point.
Tyrese Halliburton. There's enough scoring on this team, and that's
Right.
basically what Jalen Brunson does.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton is probably the best point guard playmaker in the NBA right now. The amount of assists he can rack up, Jalen Brunson doesn't fit well with those guys.
Are
not
you
yet.
taking Halliburton's, I guess, ball control handling as a point guard? Are you
Yes.
taking Hallie's over
Yeah.
Brunson?
'Cause
Regardless of the scoring.
Keep in mind with teams like this, you can't just have all scoring firepower because you need guys that will replace flaws that other people have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And Brunson's
Brunson's just another redundant piece
Yeah.
that the team doesn't need because clearly Devin Booker's a score first guy,
yeah.
Steph's a score first guy, KD's a score first guy. Drew Holiday is a facilitator, but he's more of a 3-and-D type guy. There really is no pure playmaker. I'm not saying Brunson can't, but Tyrese Halliburton is an elite playmaker.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah.
one of the best
He's-
in the league.
he's the most effective when he's playmaking.
yeah.
Right.
And shooting well, of course, but Brunson is only most effective when he's scoring.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what-
definitely the downside with
That's what
that.
Team USA needs.
I think, I don't know if Paolo replacing Kawhi is a possibility.
Depends on Kawhi's needs.
Yeah.
If healthy, Kawhi should be one of the first picks in the
Yes.
team.
Yeah.
Because he's just, bro is insane.
Bro
you
is load
think-
managing for playoffs right now.
Do you think Kyrie, Dame, and Paul George should have made the team over anybody?
No.
You can make a case for Paul George because he has more size and he's a better defender than most players. Kyrie, I just don't know. Like Kyrie's game is phenomenal. I just think I think there's just too many good scorers right now. You don't need to add it on top. And who's the other player?
Dame.
Dame, no.
Yeah.
No. Again, kind of like Brunson, just pure
Yeah.
scoring. There doesn't need to be more of that.
Yeah.
So
I think regardless, this is one of the best teams we've seen in recent memory. It's kind of weird seeing Embiid playing for USA because he's Cameroonian.
I mean, we see it a lot in soccer. I'm not a fan of it mainly just for his sake,
Yeah.
because he's clearly hampered, and if he's trying to win a championship, why is he going to play in the Olympics?
He'll be out of there. I promise you that.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not a good sign when you can't carry your own country,
Right.
so you decide to just leech onto the U.S. I understand you can get a free gold medal. I mean, who wouldn't turn down the opportunity?
Exactly.
But that says a lot about his NBA career because he clearly hasn't been able to get it
Yeah.
done with Philly.
Yeah, I mean, that's like saying, Jokic could play for USA, but he's sticking with the Serbia team. That Serbia team is probably not as great. I mean, I'm sure Embiid could have led his Cameroonian team to probably some nice wins.
He
maybe.
could have played.
You know.
He could play with France. He was eligible.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. He had French in it. Yeah.
Well, I don't blame him. He wants to win one way or the other. So
Right.
he
Yeah,
might
but
as well.
is he going to play a lot in
Oh, he'll
the
be,
Olympics?
He'll be
if he's-
starting.
He would be the best center on the team.
Yeah.
He's-
It's him and Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Now, but if Embiid doesn't play, because I'm guessing that he's not going to play because he's hurt right now.
Correct. They'll replace him with Jaren Jackson.
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, I think
He's
Triple
the-
J.
So what do you think about the size for Team USA between Bam and Jaren?
It's not the greatest.
It's not the best.
It's not the greatest because who else are you going to choose over Triple J? Is it Jared Allen? Like
No.
we're grasping at straws here. Jared
That's
Allen,
solid.
He's a good player, but for the way the Olympics are stacked, remember FIBA's totally different than NBA.
Yeah.
Guys perform totally.
Now I'm trying to think. Our biggest threat for the big man is obviously Jokic. So who has done a good job against Jokic this season?
far
And I'm
as-
thinking you're going to get that guy on Team USA, whoever they good
As
against.
far as who's the best,
Yeah.
the best job, or
Defending
like
Jokic.
who's sucked the least.
Yeah. Let's say that.
Wait, so you're saying Serbia is the biggest big man threat?
Yeah.
No, Jokic is the biggest threat.
I could argue if you're talking big man threat, France with Wemby and Gobert.
Well, yeah.
right.
But I'm
that's the
saying-
biggest big man threat
I
to
would
guard those two.
As
guys.
far as
But
big
Jokic
man
could take
threat,
over a game easily. Single hand, we
Yes.
see that.
Problem is Jokic doesn't have Murray. So unless Serbia's got like a good point guard that he could play a two-man game with,
Right.
I think Jokic as a player is the biggest threat.
Oh, yeah.
But I think as far as a big man just combination, France is easily.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
And it's going to be difficult. And really the only guys that do a semi-decent job guarding Jokic have been other European players.
Yeah.
Zubac.
So Zubats, yeah. There's not much else. Obviously. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
I just kicked
It'll
the
be
mic stand, sorry.
interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how well Bam and Jaren Jackson play against the big guys.
yeah. I think also we're gonna see, of course, a lot of EuroLeague players who are pretty damn good in their own leagues in Europe that are probably gonna put some USA players on
Yeah.
notice, whether posters, just because we don't watch them a lot, but when come World Cup, even the FIBA World Cup, but some of them show off and they get noticed and they could be draft prospects. I don't know if any draft prospects are playing in the Olympics this year.
There could be. I think Zach Edey's going to play for Canada, but
yes.
he'll already be drafted.
They'll
by
already
then,
be
though.
drafted.
Okay.
Yeah, the draft will
So-
already happen. So these guys are going to be
That's
on their
pretty cool.
teams, but playing in the Olympics before their summer league,
Right,
And then
yeah.
before their season.
I'm excited to see like the players that we don't know about, to see what they do, like to put their name on the map. You know what I mean? Like the
Is-
players
Is
there.
Alex
That's gonna be
Sarr
exciting.
going to be playing?
Obviously,
What team?
he's French.
Branch.
He's-
Yeah, it's another
but
big guy.
He'll be drafted beforehand. as
Yeah,
well.
he'll be drafted.
We're gonna know. I mean, Alex Sarr played with Wemby. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Mets 92 Metropolitans 92 teams gonna be there. So Wemby, Bilal Koulibaly.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Bilal. Yeah, can't
Yeah.
forget about him.
yeah, it should be interesting.